I am the evil monster. I will destroy you.
Good morning to you, my mind flotilla. I just had a thought. Thought. I had a thought. People got all upset when they were doing Native American kind of cheers, like at the Cleveland Indians games or some college, like the Chippewas games. They kind of banned that cheer. What happened if you went to like a Buffalo Bills game or a Dallas Cowboys game and yelled, "Yeehaw!" and waved that hat around? Giddy up! Get a long little doggy! I don't get that. Oh, a long little doggy? I get it. A dachshund. I've told you this before. I have trouble with words. Got any observational powers at all, it's probably nothing I gotta tell you. I think it's interesting some of the words we use and how they've evolved over time. Back in World War I, if you look at the movies, they just kill people. Then later, like in the 60s, things got a little hush-hush. Things got a little J. Edgar Hooverish. We began to neutralize people, which I'm not sure what that meant anymore. It sounded like we're maybe going to just change their pH. I think Igor looks a little bit too acidic. Maybe throw some baking soda on him. Nowadays, we terminate with extreme prejudice, which I'm not even sure what that means anymore. It sounds to me like you're firing someone while yelling racial slurs at them. I was terminated 5 years ago. Technically they didn't call it terminating. They didn't call it firing, they didn't call it terminating, they didn't call it laid off. I was downsized. And so I kind of just went home and retired, put on a little weight. I'm wondering if that was like a rebound from the downsizing. I think the reason companies use that term downsizing is they don't want to make it sound so bad. They don't want you to think that you're laid off or fired because those words have bad connotations. We're going to have to fire poor old Nick here, hand me the flamethrower. Whereas laid off sounds good. Sounds like you're going to go take a nap. Hey, you've been working pretty hard, we're going to lay you off. Go catch 40 winks over there. This is not very relaxing at all. So they use the word downsized. I don't think it sounds any better. It sounds painful. The best option I can think of is that you get in front of one of those little devices from Honey, I Shrunk the Kids and they just blast away and you become a little small. It didn't really look like it hurt because they ran around after that, had all kinds of fun, zany adventures. So, I think that's the best option. But the problem with that doesn't exist. So how do you downsize someone? I could see maybe you get an IV and a bilge pump and maybe suck all the fluids out of someone. Trash compactor comes to mind, of course. That's the obvious one. And yeah, they could saw your legs off. I don't think that's the preferred method. They also use the phrase downsizing. They don't want you to think it's your fault. We're getting rid of you. We don't want to get rid of you. We're downsizing. We're squishing the company. You just kind of popped out one of the windows. We'd really like to keep you on here. But you know what we'd like to do even more? Is not pay you. You're one of our more valued employees. We really like you a lot. And just because of that, when we downsize you, we're going to cut your legs off below the knee. If we didn't like you, you'd be losing those knees too. Also explosive devices. Back in World War I, we had landmines. Then in World War II, Vietnam, we had booby traps. And that didn't sound so bad. It sounds almost like a child's toy. Booby trap by Milton Bradley. Those booby traps today in Iraq, they call those IUDs. No, that's not right. IEDs, improvised explosive devices. That's so very sterile sounding. It doesn't sound very menacing. If we called them the Great Fireball of Dismemberment and Death, maybe more people would stay away from them. Well, my time is up, ladies and gentlemen. You've been a great audience. How would I know that? So till next time, keep all hands, please. Please keep all hands.